combate, al esfuerzo y al heroísmo de una revolución. No los queremos, no los necesitamos.
Yo, the Underground Railroad is back, and you don't need a goddamn fare for these tracks. So get your MetroCard and discard, cause the guard coming hard, trying to put a better home in your cap. One more time. And yo, we right in time when rights decline. I fight for mine when life's online. It's twice the grind, and light your mind, strengthen your heart, open your eye, reset the bar, make your limit the sky.
Yo, I've been thinking about something all night. And I feel like my dream last night was the final message.
Oh, word? Like, you got a real sign from God?
Exactly! But I'ma need you to hold me down today in school. I gotta go on a solo mission and play hooky.
What? You, Mr. I'm a professional self-educated scholar black man, is talking about a sign from God to play a white man's game?
What are you talking about? You gonna call everything not directly in the ghetto a white man's thing? What, it gotta be from the boondocks for you to respect it now?
Wait. So you're about to debate with me if hockey is a white man's game or a black man's game?
Wait a minute. There's too much going on right now. You think I'm saying hockey? Yo, like the NHL? When I'm really saying hooky, you know, like not going to school? Oh my God.
Oh. Wait, who says hooky? It's cutting.
Don't blame me because you have a limited vocabulary. Step your words up.
So wait a minute. But why are you cutting? Let me guess. Attila?
I found out that today's a visit day for last names M through Z. So I'ma take a leap of faith and try to get me a Scarvy visit.
Now that's the definition of gangster. Nah, I definitely got your back. I want to talk to the sub anyway. I got a lot of questions for him about the battle rap and his vaulted battles.
Word up. Yo, I do too. But for real, you already know what this means to me. This Scarvy visit is way more important than anything else right now. So yo, it's a good thing that Mr. Lopez is so cool. If there's gonna be any teacher who's gonna understand us, it's definitely gonna be the boy Lopez.
I bet. But yo, let's get out the house now, so we don't raise any type of suspicions with Auntie.
But enough of that. I want to leave you all with a true life story. I'm Harriet Tubman. Hi, my name is Harriet Tubman. Before I talk about myself, I must ask you a question. What's your birthday? When's your senior time? I'm glad that you all know, but I'm sorry to say that me, as well as many others in my generation, had no answers for those questions.
I'm focused. Ain't this some shit? I do over 15 years in motherfucking prison, eating motherfucking ramen noodles every day, every night, every flavor, every motherfucking combination. And lo and behold, I get home, finally free, open up the cabinets, and see nothing but ramen fucking noodles. I mean, they literally got them separated from poultry, seafood, vegetarian. This is unbelievable. Newsflash, it's the same pack of noodles with a slight variation in each seasoning packet. How in the fuck did they convince us that chicken has its own flavor? Or shrimp? When we eat these things, they're not raw. They're flavored with salts, peppers, and spices. Ain't no motherfucking chicken, shrimp, or what's the other one that they use? Oriental? Wait a minute. How many flavors actually exist, though?
I can't believe I thought you was dreaming about being a black hockey player.
Hockey? Hockey? Black hockey? What you boys know about black ice? Listen. This is only for the privileged. Many have no idea that the ice hockey you see today, played by the professional ice hockey leagues, all started from Moors or so-called black people in Nova Scotia, Canada. One of our first and greatest black Wall Street legacies. Point blank period, yo.
Wait, what?
Okay, let me make this simple for you. Native American Moors that lived in the Nova Scotia region in Canada developed many hobbies and positive activities for recreation. Shitty hockey was a game native Moors played when ice roads were formed and horse poop literally froze up on the road. That's what they used as the puck. Some years later, while Harriet Tubman was freeing southern slaves up the north through the Underground Railroad, so many freed slaves were in Nova Scotia, Canada, and bored. That's why they joined with the natives and helped advance shitty hockey into a more organized sport called shinty hockey. And now, shinty hockey is shitty hockey, but with the addition of a goalie and low moves that go down to the shins. You get it? Finally, the Maroons from Jamaica's Blue Mountain were too rebellious for England to keep in Jamaica. So they sent them to what was known as Africville, Nova Scotia, Canada. Peep this. Where those Maroons added their fierce warrior aggressive fighting styles and with the leadership of the first actual Pan-African legend, the Honorable Henry Sylvester Williams, the first ever professional hockey league was formed, the CHL, the Colored Hockey League. And the rest is history, you know what I mean?
What now? Is that some sort of prison story?
Yeah, for real. Uncle Junior, were you being for real about all that stuff you just said?
Wait a minute. I thought y'all were the ones discussing it. Didn't you say something about hockey? Wait a minute. I get it. I heard hockey. But y'all motherfuckers was talking about playing hooky.
You see, I told you people don't only call it cutting. Step your vocabulary up, homie.
Shut up, dummy. You snitching on yourself.
Relax. Your aunt is still asleep. But take some thoughtful advice from me. Everything happens for a reason. And regardless of religious beliefs, we are all in God's hands. Estamos las manos de Dios siempre, mi gente. This conversation and that hockey knowledge wasn't an accident. But as far as hooky, I'm not gonna act like I never did it. But if y'all wanna play hooky or hockey, do it to the fullest and know all you can possibly know about it before you move. You feel me? If it's for a good reason and it makes sense with how y'all were raised, any hooky can be perfectly explained. But enough of all that nonsense. I feel played already. I don't know anything and we never spoke. Do your thing, be safe. One yourself.
One day, while I was helping a fellow slave escape using an underground railroad, he grabbed me by my shoulders and said, "Hey, Harriet, what's going to happen if we kick us? Hey, Harriet, this is for kids, Harriet. Hey, Harriet, are you not nasty out?" This non-slave was not ready to taste the sweet nectar of freedom that I love and cherish.
I'm focused. Gotta grab and hold and then gain control of your life. Despite the plights we fight, we got the brightest light. Now use it and fuse it until you feel it's reflected. When the sun shines upon you, you should glow with no necklace. What you got, you should give it, then give with perfection. All is one and the same. When you give and you get it. With divine intervention, I'm wrecking reckless on records. I could take a record time, have it rep what I'm repping. You see my jewels as your basura, you trashing my treasures. The most drastic of times, births impeccable measures. Live your life to the fullest, don't search for a manual. Take a leap of faith, conquer your fears like Hannibal. My homies only wanting kicks, you need to let go. You focus on the right word, but the wrong souls. A bunch of yangs influenced by some yangs who only looked up to you when you got hanged. Now I'm the Willie Lynch killer, the clan's nightmare. Ishmael is my gorilla, and B's right here. Now the levers are taking the takers straight on a cruise, just to lead them to their makers in hopes to improve. The world is still yours or still mine. All is one and the same, like I said, we aligned. It's a fusion of forces when you ride in my wave, as the Buddha endorses. It's the soul of a sage.
Alright, visiting time starts now.
Greetings, peace and blessings, my young warrior. How did you get here?
Peace and blessings, Scarvy. It was a long process, to be honest, but anything is possible with discipline, dedication, and determination.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. So, what do you have to do with all of this? I remember seeing you on the same day that I was arrested. Are you here to help or hurt me? Let's not play games. Let's just be straight up, youngster.
What? I wouldn't play hooky, research prison visit schedules, and travel all the way to the other side of Queens if it wasn't to help and show love and support for you. Come on, I learned a lot from you already. You're one of the few people on this planet that I view and respect as a father figure type of OG for real. I view you as a modern day civil rights leader and one of the only giving us the full truth. You remind me of a modern day version of Malcolm X.
Absolutely humbling and inspirational. And what is your name, young man? I am Moses Scarvey. Nice to officially meet.
I'm Kevin McTrimmer, and I think I got an idea of who is behind this arrest. Are you familiar with T.H.A. Freud?
Look at you. The youth is well informed, I see. Yes, I'm familiar with him and his GOI organization. I actually helped him build it up in many different ways.
What? Wait a minute. You're down with the GOI too?
Absolutely not. I was merely the GOI top inspiration because Freud came to me as a student first and learned of my knowledge sources and techniques.
What? Yo, you taught him how to be a false prophet?
Oh, no, youngster, no. But he did use and manipulate me into giving him all that I knew about all major religions and civil rights leader. I must be honest about that. He's very wise, so you have to watch that man. And once he got in contact with donors and secret sponsors, he went from Ashy Larry to Classy Barry. And I, all of a sudden, became his top rival, just like that.
Final 5 minutes.
That's it? Already? It took about 4 hours to get here, and the visit lasts for only like 15 minutes?
Well, Kevin, you must understand, I'm no normal inmate, my friend. And regardless, if you know it or not, you are now on the not too normal list as well, if you know what I mean.
You talking like that secret society for elite stuff? My aunt and brother always warned me about that, but I kinda never thought it was real, to be honest.
Oh, it's real for certain, sir. And don't be too surprised if they've been recording your every move since you actually got here. I have no idea how far they plan on taking this.
Well, look, I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to see if there's anything that I could do. I got in contact with Novice BRNI, and he says he supports you as well, but I can't find any information on what you're actually being charged with and where they plan on keeping you.
That's because they made up the worst type of charges for me. I'm being charged with conspiracy to narco-terrorism because I led a peaceful protest and boycott of the Nation to Nation Association and the filthy GOI. I was arrested and charged for similar crimes as Pablo Escobar, El Chapo, and goddamn Scarface.
They acting like you Scarface or something, Scarvy. That's wicked. So it's federal charges now? What, it's about to be a RICO or something?
Exactly.
Time's up.
Listen, keep a low profile, but if you want to help me expose the true terrorists out there, poisoning the minds and souls of our people, prove that Freud is really a fraud, You heard me? Freud is a fraud. And the GOI is worse than any gang out there because they're too afraid to rep their true God. Now that's worse than anything that a Blood or Crip is doing. We gotta watch the gang actions of the GOI. This is all about money and power. But I gotta be going. Salute.
Salute, big homie.
So the plan that they came up with, it leads into what is known now as Hell Week. So this is now the ending part of this month that we said. So like we said, hold up, excuse me. Like we discussed, the tensions were rising for years as these countries were building and expanding. But within this 1 month span, the tensions rise so high that the start of the war actually happened where we had our first invasion. But before we get here, let's get into what is known in history as as Black Week.
I'm focused.
Good morning, students. Your teacher's absent again, and I'll be your sub again for... What's good, Mr. Lopez? What's good, shorty? How you know my name? You from Myrtle Ave? Nah, but my aunts and uncles take us down there all the time for the movie theaters and sneaker shopping. I'm Ronnie, and I'm a big fan of battle rap. Yo, why didn't you tell us that you were going to be battling at the Garden? This is monumental for battle rap, Brooklyn and New York City, period. I feel you, Ronnie. I'm not like these other battle rappers, though. I don't do anything for the fortune and fame. I actually like living under the radar and connected with the people. That's fire. I already know you must be the real deal because I heard about how they've been voting all your battles. What's up with that anyway? What can I say? This is the business. Once that contract is signed, the battle belongs to them. It's fucked up, but I have no say-so in any of my battles once I spit my last bar. So y'all just like slaves? Yeah, you can say that. But don't forget that being a slave is not a bad thing if you know the true story of the greatest slaves to escape slavery. Wait, what? If they escaped slavery, they still had to survive life as a fugitive now. Name one thing impressive about being a slave. Easy. When nobody expects anything from you, you have the advantage to make major moves that'll change, shape, and mold history. No offense, Mr. Lopez, but it sounds like you just trying to justify signing slave contracts and getting vaulted. Word? Check it. Let me put you on. You think a slave is worthless just because its history is unknown? Well, actually, yeah. If the history is unknown, the slave doesn't even really exist. I mean, it's harsh reality. True, but time only exists in your mind. What is not known today or yesterday can still be known tomorrow. Those same voted slave battles are just like the CHL being voted from the history books. You talking about hockey? I can't believe this thing keeps coming up. Is this some type of sign? I don't know what you're talking about, Ronnie, but the CHL isn't known by most today. But I guarantee in a few more years, or even sooner, the mind-blowing fact that ice hockey was created as a professional league for the first time when the Underground Railroad slaves met in Africville with the Jamaican Moors and Native Americans. Wait, so this is all true? What? Not only is it true that they created the first professional hockey league, but the NHL was formed years after, when they saw and copied off the CHL, then tricked the CHL players into leaving the CHL to join the better-funded NHL and break the sports color barrier, which only happened decades later once the CHL was fully destroyed and disbanded. They straight copied from the success of independent slaves and made the NHL, which is now so popular that people swear it's strictly a white man's sport. How do you know all of this? Listen, I'm a fan of learning, and as a battle rapper, I'm a wordsmith. But truthfully, I'm actually nice at it. I used to teach the kids on Murder Ave street hockey, but they were too focused on my battles being vaulted. Guess I wasn't cool enough for them, but it's all good. Yo, why don't you teach me how to play and we could bring back where it belongs? Are you serious? Listen here now, I do got some equipment in the car. Yeah, I mean, I'm a natural at everything I do anyway. And if my ancestors secretly created this sport all these years ago, it's already in my DNA. Yo, meet me in the yard during recess, Ronnie.
Their own treasure. How did the runaway slaves get involved with ice hockey? Although the runaway slaves were happy with the freedom they had, they were used to the southern climate, so dealing with the brutal Arctic temperatures was the first hurdle. This is when they began to build their own roads and settlements. It is important to note that these runaway slaves also had the advantage of learning all types of construction during their slave days. Campbell Row Settlement was the epicenter, and Africville was built around it. With their obvious deep ties to the black abolitionists, who were deeply tied with the black churches, the runaway slaves most likely named the site Campbell Road Settlement in honor of the first African Methodist Episcopal Church in America, Campbell African Methodist Church, which was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, one of the closest locations to Africville, Nova Scotia. As they built homes and got settled in this non-government regulated region, they then had to deal with the culture shock of not working every day. The men and able children would have to use different gear and tools to travel along the ice roads to find clean blocks of ice to cut out and bring home for fresh water. Although the region was neglected and had no sewage system, the government used the region as a dumping ground for trash, making the local blocks of ice too dirty to use for drinking, cooking, or cleaning with. Within this dump that polluted the air and water in the area, the population found various treasures in the trash. Seeming like it came out of nowhere, a new game to stay fit and pass time was reformed and reestablished. Although the surge of runaway slaves historically made up the majority of the population from the 1800 to 1895, when the first official ice hockey league was formed, the CHL, the surges of Micmac Moors, Maroons, and Black Loyalists left small pockets of communities around in neighboring areas of Nova Scotia. Once the runaway slaves began making ice hockey popular and organized, the entire region united, and different regions in and around Africville began creating their own teams and joining the league.
I'm focused.
Yeah, that's what I call my Wayne Gretzky in honor of my Harriet Tubman. Yeah, take this, slave master. This is for the Maroons in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. This is for all my Native American Moors of Turtle Island just minding their business in Canada until all this colonization bullshit.
Ronnie!
My bad, Auntie.
Chill. Yo, this is phenomenal. Do you realize that the average little nigga baby at this age is normally using these after school hours just to hang outside bodegas and snatch purses on Myrtle Ave?
Watch your mouth in my house, Junior. He has no license to swear under this roof.
Wait a minute. Even if it's a positive swear?
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, familia.
Boy, why you get home so late? Why weren't you with your brother?
Auntie,
as you can see, I learned how to play hockey today. While Kevin went to study hall with Gamala and Attila, I found my hidden hockey talents and my DNA from my ancestors.
Listen, whatever. Just keep the hockey playing outside, and since your uncle is okay with this, have him help you get that window fixed today.
Don't stress it. I'll go to the hardware store for a new window. Y'all just clean up the mess. That's all.
good looking, Ronnie. But yo, what exactly is going on right now?
You won't believe it. Everything Uncle said about black people creating hockey was true. Lopez taught me more and how to actually play.
Wait a minute. Whoa. So y'all ain't believe me? Nigga shit.
So, yo, how is it that the NHL is known as a non-black people sport then? This doesn't make any sense. That's why it was so hard to believe, Uncle Junior.
They treated them like they were a stronger gang taking the corners from a weaker gang. The NHL took everything good from the CHL, then advanced it with their resources. Then the final blow was tricking the top CHL players into quitting to join the NHL. But they lied and put a no colors restriction.
Oh, okay. You really know your shit now, huh, little nigga? You might want to take this hockey thing more serious and just leave the battle rap for the experts.
Come on now. What you know about battle rap?
I know your boy Lopez gonna lose his first non-vaulted battle to Don Gaza.
What? How much you want to bet on that? Really? Lopez is too lyrical and too intelligent. Plus, he been waiting for this moment for years. You hear me? Years.
What you know about Don Gaza, Uncle? You was watching battles in jail?
Yeah, most definitely. Plus, I was locked up with Don Gaza's manager, so I watched him come up, and now is his time to shine. I'll bet whatever on him.
Is it the GOI against gambling?
Wait, what? Shut your mouth. You act like I'm in Vegas or AC or something. Plus, I'm not a slave to the GOI. I'm a free black man. If it wasn't for them helping me get home early, I wouldn't be caught nowhere near the GOI. Don't y'all listen to anything? I done gave Ronnie a rare gem about hockey, and all of a sudden, he found a hidden talent. Maybe y'all gotta stop treating my words as worthless because I've been in prison? What? That's it? And start recognizing the truth as the truth, regardless.
Nah, that's real talk, Uncle Junior. We actually started a summer school tournament and shot a recruiting video outside the school for BNN. Lopez had a plug.
Word? Yo, bro, that's fire! When is it dropping?
This is what I call an MC feast. When the top rappers pawns on an MC leash, I'm gon' easily eat, cause these MCs weak. I put my fork in a place, tell these MCs leap. Wait, I mean, let me paint my picture more visually. These bars are about lyrics, I'm not revealing no mysteries. This is just a sample of how they milking me lyrically. But it's metaphoric, I won't kill them all literally. Word to mother with my fingers crossed behind my back. I swear hip-hop finally made it. No rap is whack, I swear Weezy is the greatest. Who rapping like that? If it died, then Drake saved it. Congrats is attached. I'm just saying what y'all really thinking. I'm all in your minds. The Professor X of consciousness, you nighting my kind. Y'all projecting all this nonsense and you tight, I ain't blind. Getting pennies on the dollars and you hype that you sign. Listen, dummy, you rap for the money, the fortune and fame. Fuck the money, my peoples is hungry, need food for their brains. I'm just giving you audio knowledge. I blend it with heat. Read the rap in my streets of a college. I'm ending it deep.